Hello and welcome to my channel. Go ahead, hit the like, hit the share. This video, let's talk about this conspiracy of racketeering from the enterprise. Since people are so oblivious to the fact that when it comes to some of these charges against R. Kelly, all it's going to take is a conspiracy to get the conviction they're trying to get. And if you ask me, they have known for years. It was only a matter of time before a lot of Hollywood secrets were going to be exposed. So it seems like to me, what better person to use than someone who's already been labeled a certain way to distract the public from the real problems.
Elijah Wood's shocking allegations against the entertainment industry. In a new interview with the Sunday Times, the former child star alleges that pedophilia has been a real issue in Hollywood. He tells the publication, quote, "There are a lot of vipers in this industry, people who only have their own interests in mind. What bums me about these situations is that the victims can't speak as loudly as the people in power. That's the tragedy of attempting to reveal what is happening to innocent people. They can be squashed, but their lives have been irreparably damaged." The 35-year-old adds, "If you're innocent, you have very little knowledge of the world and you want to succeed. People with parasitic interests will see you as their prey."
I can get a good career doing this. It's going to be good.
Wood says he was not a victim of abuse because his mother Deborah protected him and he avoided those kinds of situations. He goes on to allege that even as an adult in the industry, he has been, quote, "led down dark paths to realize that these things probably are still happening."
Racketeering refers to the modern definition of committing crimes through extortion or coercion. A racketeer attempts to obtain money or property from another person, usually through intimidation or coercion. Because of this ploy, the word racket, immediate of a crack or bang, took on the additional meaning of a scheme or illicit criminal activity. In 1970, the United States passed the Racketeering Influenced and Corrupt Organizations (RICO) law into effect in an attempt to combat organized crime. The RICO Act allowed law enforcement to charge a person or group of people with racketeering, defined as committing multiple violations of certain varieties within a 10-year period. To violate RICO, a person must engage in a pattern of racketeering activity connected to an enterprise. The law defines 35 offenses as constituting racketeering, including gambling, murder, kidnapping, arson, drug dealing, and bribery.
There are three things you need to know if you're facing federal charges. First, the federal court system is radically different than the state court system. A criminal case is going to be in the federal court system if the government asserts jurisdiction because of a violation of federal law, and these are laws that are found in the United States Code, or if it's a crime that occurred on federal property, like a DUI that happens in a national park or on a military base. Second, there's many instances where the potential defendant is going to learn of a federal investigation long before formal charges are initiated. These situations offer a unique opportunity for defense lawyers to work with federal prosecutors, who are called Assistant U.S. Attorneys, or AUSAs for short. That's going to help your lawyer have time to shape the possible outcome, including negotiating an out-and-out dismissal of the charges. This is just one of the reasons why it's so vital to bring in a lawyer at the first hint of an investigation. If you wait too long, you limit what can be done to help you. Third, a federal case may begin with a grand jury indictment and the arrest of the defendant, and this is the typical move where there's an allegation of ongoing criminal activity and the AUSA wants to make their first moves in secret. but it's also possible for a federal case to be started with the filing of a criminal complaint along with the filing of an arrest warrant. If this is the path that's chosen, the defendant has to be indicted within 30 days. And in cases where time is of the essence for the AUSAs, the filing of a criminal complaint is easier and faster than going to a grand jury. So this is a fairly common scenario. But no matter what kind of federal charges you may face, do not try to go this alone. Talk to a lawyer who really understands the ins and outs of the federal system so they can work things to your advantage and not the government's.
Many are still oblivious to the fact that all it takes is a conspiracy for a RICO Act.
Federal conspiracy charges are probably the most commonly charged crime in the federal system. The reason is because federal prosecutors, it's a lot easier for them to prove these charges sometimes. A conspiracy is an agreement between two or more people to commit a crime, and then to actually go out and do something in furtherance of that crime. And that's it. It doesn't technically need any crime to be committed. And so prosecutors like that offense because the penalties are the same as if the crime was actually committed. All they would need to do is prove that there was an agreement to engage in a criminal act or defraud the government in some way, and then an overt act to effectuate that crime. The theory behind it is that when two or more people actually make an agreement to do something unlawful, it makes it more likely that that's going to happen as opposed to one person doing it. That's the theory behind conspiracy.
Y'all get the move that from right here. Get up, guys. Get up. To the next time. Oh, come on, get up.
What the fuck is this? What was that, you know?
We brought the DVD, you know? Oh, yeah. You okay? Hey, come on. We got you, bro.
Shit out of order, huh?
Yeah, alright. Come on, man.
Hey, man. Trying to get a sniff or something. Got me sniffing.
That time, fine, it's dipping.
Believe that.
Hey, I got up a 5 on that, man. Y'all been gonna get them back.
Years, 16 years in fact, he says that he was the #1 pimp in the world. He gave up pimping about 6 months ago for the Lord. Please welcome the now Bishop Magic Juan to the show. Bishop Magic Juan. I met you not too long ago at a function for Reverend T.L. Barrett.
Yeah, I think it was a banquet.
A banquet, yeah. Now, and I couldn't get over your jewelry. I just couldn't get. Would you just show us some of the jewelry here?
That's a significant ring certificate. That's my name.
Magic One. Those are all diamonds and things?
Yes, they are.
Now, the woman who called up who was upset about Julie's cross, I know she's flipping out over yours.
Well, the reason she was flipped out about Julie's cross because Julius is still serving the devil and wearing the cross. I'm serving the Lord. And you spent plenty of time out here glorifying the devil. Now let's talk about God.
Now tell me more.
And you did.
Yeah, Wayne started back in the day, before everything else was being called house and this and that. We had this thing, Herb Kent, as a matter of fact, called it punk. It was a punk out, new wave type thing that was going on back in the day. Wayne used to get down, and he had his right-hand man, Batman. His name was Robert. And it was all a party. It was all about Wayne Williams and Batman. If you wasn't there at one of their parties, you wasn't at a real party. And it was this tripped out black station wagon. It wasn't a hearse, but it kind of looked like one. This was Batman's rolling, you know. And him and Wayne was going to parties, you know, Sawyers and here and there, you know. And they used to just had a crowd rocking, you know. And I read some things, a couple of people were questioning that, so like the Chosen Few picnic, saying, well, Wayne always played me no Popeye every year. I'm like this here, Wayne paid his dues. That's one of his favorite records, that Cody Money. We know Popeye. So if he plays it, anybody that's been going to the Chosen Few picnics over the last 15 years, when they hear that song, that tells them that is Wayne Williams on the box. Because that's his signature song. You know Popeye.
What's going on out there in video land? This is Leonard Roy with a first video of 2020 that's really gonna upset two particular DJs and their minions in Chicago. And who might that be? DJ Wayne Williams and Lawyer by Day, DJ by Night, Alan King of the Chosen Few DJs Incorporated. Now, I don't know if you fellas got the doggone memo, but the only reason you all are still relevant musically is because of Mike Dunn and Terry Hunter. That is a fact. That's the reason when you line them up, you do your DJ lineup for your picnic every year, you always had them separated, not playing back to back, because you've got a hard hitter banging DJ, and then you've got a couple of your own DJs that are basically mediocre, and then you throw the other one on there in the middle of that, and it takes the crowd back up to that height, and then you throw on your doggone mediocre selves, and everybody leaves. Ooh, ah, ooh. I know how you all could give a event with a total different DJ lineup, all Chicago DJs at that, and it'll be musically better than your events have been for the past decade. And I'll explain how. And I'm going to...
Funny how we see this pattern of I'll speak highly of you until I get mad at you.
And it's no secret that I am one of the most hated DJs out of Chicago, you know, another Facebook comment. DJs out of Chicago, you know, got that iconic status. Oh, well, he was there from the get-go gate. He was instrumental in forming this thing called house music that went global and became a phenomenon and all that. Yeah, that's me, right? They hate to give it up that I'm that guy, you know, because I tell the truth too much, right? The truth is not always kind. Now, this is a situation that's going on. My phone has been ringing off the hook for about 5 hours. Various people from Chicago that know me, you know, Facebook phone, because everyone doesn't have my phone number, to include some people that have my phone number. Now, they're talking about, oh, you got Wayne Williams, you know, Chosen Few DJs sponsoring a GoFundMe drive to put a headstone on Ron Hardy. It's a DJ from back in the day. Google him, look it up yourself. On his headstone. You know, he died in 1992. I'm like, really? Okay. They want $3,000 in donations. Okay. That's admirable. Not to me, because I look at it like this here. Okay. Wayne Williams, Sony Music, A&R. Got R. Kelly signed to his contract. Okay. You're supposed to have some money, right? You have doggone Alan King, his second in command, right, of the Chosen Few DJs Incorporated, right, was always at the White House during the Obama era. Even had Obama give a doggone speech via video on a Plasmatron at a Chosen Few DJs event, you know, talking to the 50,000, if not more, house music loyalists that come to this event every year in Chicago, right? Right. Y'all can't come up with $3,000? Just y'all two out your own pocket? Really? Don't make no damn sense to me. And especially when you've got so much stuff that's all the popularity that goes along with it. It's a 7 DJ crew. Everybody knows their names worldwide. I did the math on it. You got $430 times 7. That equals $3,010. So that covers the goal. And for those that smoke, that leave you doggone $10 to buy a gram of weed. The blunt gonna cost you another 99 cents. Now, but I'm the hated one. Oh yeah, because what? I tell the truth. Really? Ain't no damn way they should be asking their loyal fans for that. Matter of fact, shit, I'm about to run to the doggone store myself. Let me put this phone down here. I'm about to run to the store myself because I'm down to my last cigarette. Okay? And I will be swiping. Not spending cash, but I keep me some just in case. So all that y'all love each other from the lips, but not from the DJ Wayne Williams, chosen few DJs. Bruh, it doesn't matter what you say negative about me, okay? Because what you eat don't make me shit. Isn't that a quote that your boy R. Kelly that you signed to Jive Records? Ain't that from one of his songs? Yeah. That don't bother me, and I'm the last motherfucker you need to worry about. What you need to be worrying about is one of the little ass girls going to the police, talking about what Kale's been doing for the last motherfucking 30 years, and give your description to a police officer that's taking an interview and say that you are the one that brought any girl anywhere to fuck around with that pedophile ass motherfucker. That's what you need to be worrying about, going to motherfucking prison. Your ass need to be quiet as a church mouse pissing on cotton on social media. Mr. Clout Chasing, I'm hanging with Kales, Mr. I'm the DJ and Step in the Name of Love video. R. Kelly said my name on his record, DJ Wayne Williams, spinning the records. Yeah. Fuck out of here. Talking all that bullshit. So, I give a fuck what you say. All you motherfuckers see me all day, every day. If you're that motherfucking upset when you see me, put your motherfucking hands up. Express yourself. Otherwise, get off that damn Facebook banger shit. Y'all know my rep. I got a long history of doing some heinous shit to motherfuckers. Okay? I will come and see.
Now, contrary to the narratives people are trying to spin, I have been consistent in demonstrating to you all this conspiracy that is going on surrounding this case. I have been trying to demonstrate to you all that I don't feel R. Kelly had any dealings with a lot of this shady business that was going on. And that I feel these girls were used to continuously extort money and cover up other people's bullshit. The more I research this case, the more we keep seeing this, even in how people such as myself are targeted on the internet. I told you from the jump, some of these people campaigning for R. Kelly do not believe he is not guilty. Some of these people have even referenced this to me, that they believe he was in this sex tape. And yet I continue to watch them showboat and do all this grandeur performancing in front of you all. But what we're not going to do is attack me, because I've stood in my truth from the beginning. And my truth consisted of this, and you can go back all the way to my videos. Start with the rally, as a matter of fact. Because if you recall, that's when a lot of shit hit the fan amongst the supporters. And if you ask me, I feel like that is because I personally witnessed a lot of scamming going on. And as a result, I began to be targeted by fan groups. When it became clear to me that some of these fans in these groups really don't care for me, I understood their attraction to other bloggers. Do I care? Absolutely not. Everyone has the right to voice what they believe, but what you're not going to do is, again, attack me when I've stood in my truth. Some of these people forgot how I was included in some of these messages they were carrying on before the rally took place, September 2019. And since then, every time there's an issue about this defense fund for R. Kelly, you notice the number one question I want to know is, why aren't people speaking of the scamming that was going on in these groups? Because to me, according to people that have been scammed, they were allegedly sending money, what they thought to be, to R. Kelly and or to his manager. So contrary to the narratives people are trying to spin now, my focus has been on trying to figure out and narrow down who this manager could have been. Fuck all the distractions they talking about. I don't care who lied about what. I'm trying to figure this out. Because like I said, and you go through my other videos, we see that R. Kelly has been scammed his whole career. His publishing rights have been taken from the beginning. And the fact that all this conspiracy shit hits the fan when he's thinking he's at a point to where he might can slow down, maybe retire, when he should have money set up, when he realizes all that is gone, what do you think would happen? Just as he says, some of these people, whether they know it or not, have actually demonstrated how this enterprise had nothing to do with R. Kelly. That, in fact, most of the actions that people are talking about were carried out by other people. And the problem is they're going to have to prove R. Kelly condoned this behavior. But hey, there goes that word conspiracy again. And if people can keep jumping out the woodworks talking about, I'm talking to him, I'm getting letters from him, and all this and that, making it seem they have a connection to him, do we see where there's going to be a problem in trying to disassociate him from the enterprise? That should be the primary focus, not to sit here and make a mockery of this man's situation and say, well, hey, we have the right to do this and do that, without consideration as to how it's making the man you're claiming to support look. All these grown-ass men get gratification in bashing women online when they can just agree to disagree. What sense does it make to continue to harass and try to intimidate women? Oh, unless you're trying to demonstrate the very behavior they're accusing R. Kelly of. And then to even make a joke to say that if you do get arrested for the stupid shit you're doing, you're going to say R. Kelly told you to do it? That should be an eye-opening message to all of you. Be careful the people you follow, and don't get mad at a person like me because I didn't blindly follow anyone. From the beginning, I told you about this fan group. From the beginning, I told you about this scamming. From the beginning, I told you about my reservations about everybody who's supposed to be close to this man. Yet I'm supposed to take all you people who want to troll in my comments serious when you come back with narratives from people who I watched spin a fucked up narrative about me, who I watch continue even now to try to intimidate me. So make that shit make sense. Y'all motherfuckers like saying my phrase so much, make it make sense. Make your actions make fucking sense. You can defend yourself. You can put out the truth about what you know or think you know without bashing and trying to harass people. Period. Now, I said what the fuck I said. As far as you trolls, just know you will be blocked. As far as Dum Dum over there, again, continue to watch him display the problems with the people who were surrounding themselves around R. Kelly. These people meant him no good. They might have come in and made him feel like they had his good intentions. I'm sorry, they may have made him feel they had his intentions at heart, but they didn't. All these people were trying to get their come up by association through him. You hear all these people talking about these deals they were trying to cut. Never mind, even to this day, they're trying to make deals and this man is fighting for his life. Far as we know, when he get out, he could say, fuck all this shit. But yet people still trying to make these deals. People were making deals when he were free. That don't mean he knows anything about them. I'm just saying. Now, with that being said, I'm going to say this. The Enterprise and R. Kelly should be disconnected. As we can see, the Enterprise did their own thing while R. Kelly was busy trying to make his career happen, provide for his family. And even though they want to keep spinning this narrative even about the child support, he was current in his child support up until all these shenanigans. In fact, if you do a little research, you will find where before all this stuff happened, back in 2013, Andrea Kelly actually paid some management company to blast R. Kelly saying he wasn't paying his child support when he proved that he was. Yeah, all this information you can find at my website, primadonnaproductionsllc.com. Because like I said, my year has been spent trying to research the facts, trying to verify some of the stuff even these people brought me. Like, for example, they want to keep talking about how people lied. Where is Dominique's first child they said she had? I could just go down a list of all the narratives that they have fed you all, and people have ran with it like it's the truth. And then when it comes out that it's false, do you think they come back and try to clean it up? No. And then you want to sit here and have these bullshit ass rallies and think they're cool, but at least if you're going to do that, be informed. Make it make sense. Don't sit there and put in people's mind that it's other people's fault this man did something when people like me don't feel like he's guilty of the things he's been accused of. Just think about it. Think about the messages you're sending to people when you open your mouth. Think about the fact that you're sitting here trying to say that people are guilty by association, but yet you want people to find the person you're supporting innocent because of the actions other people did to him. Make this shit make sense for me, please. Other than that, as you see, I got work to do. Because we gonna break down this Enterprise. Point blank, period.